Hey guys, what is up? It is Austin here bringing you guys another video, and today I have a different sort of video than usual where to this video isn't just like a specific gaming topic or like heavily scripted. This is strictly just off the cuff, as they'd say. No script, no notes written down. I just want to talk today. And it's a little bit different from what I would usually do, but basically it's time to grow up and mature, right? I mean, that's part of the title of this video, and there's a new channel starting up. I'm going to leave that for the end of the video when we get there, but basically what prompted this video, right? So over the past couple of years, a lot of change has happened in my life, right? I moved out of my parents' house in 2021, early 2021. And it was kind of sudden. It was something that I did not out of spite, but my dad and I had gotten into an argument at the time. And I remember like he joked, or not jokingly, but it was a heated argument. Again, this wasn't like something that ruined our relationship forever, but like in the argument, he said, "If you have so many issues and you hate it so much, why don't you just move out?" And I said, "I will. I promise you I will." And within 2 weeks, I had found a place to live and I moved out. Now, me and my dad are totally cool. This isn't me ragging on him. It was just an argument that we had at the time, right? And I just wanted to prove to him and to everybody else that I was able to go out and get an apartment, right? Because throughout my life, like I've had so many like expectations put on me, and I know everyone does. This isn't something unique to me. So maybe you guys can understand what it's like when you're growing up and you had like a tough and like kind of crazy childhood, but you try to be good through it and you came out of it mostly good, right? Everyone always says like we expect amazing things out of you, like you're gonna do so many great things in life, or you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that, and maybe you put some of those expectations on yourself when you were younger, right? Because when I was younger, I was going around telling everybody in my family, I'm gonna be a famous YouTuber, I'm gonna be rich and famous, I'm gonna be a famous musician, or I would tell my parents like, hey, don't worry, like when I'm in my 20s, like I'm gonna be able to buy you guys a house and shit like that. And obviously, I got a reality check once I moved out, and I graduated high school. I never went to college, and my plan was just kind of, I'm gonna graduate high school and just grind YouTube content. I'm gonna be a full time YouTuber, right? And then as the years went on, I kind of understood like, hey, like YouTube, it's a hobby. And I will say, like, you guys have been amazing. Like, I make money from YouTube now, which is like the greatest thing ever. It's my hobby, and I get paid to do something that I genuinely love doing. But the fact of the matter is, it's not a just income where I can just like quit my job and just be a full time YouTuber. Like, no way. Um, and I don't really have like a career set up, right? Like I'm a manager at this movie theater that I work at, and I love it there. I genuinely love it. I could see a future there, becoming a GM and running my own theater for a while. I think that pays, or not I think, but that pays a really good amount of money, and that's something that I could literally do for the rest of my life if I really wanted to. But I've been asking myself a lot, like, is that what I want to do with the rest of my life, right? Um, and I'm having that moment where I'm 25, I'm going on 26, and for years I'm constantly comparing myself to my peers and people around me, right? Where I'm just like, okay, this person has a job, they make X amount of money, and they have this going on for them. Like, how does that compare to me? And not only is that incredibly self-destructive, but I just think that's a bad mentality to have, right? But the title, or something I was talking about, is maturing and growing up. This isn't me saying like I'm quitting YouTube. That's not this video. I'm still gonna be posting hella. I'm still gonna be streaming hella. You guys know me. I love YouTube. It is a hobby. I have never once tried to treat it like a job. Like 5 days a week, 40 hours of streaming, and I'll make some money and just be done with it. Like, no, it's a hobby. It's something that I love doing. I love making videos with my friends. I love streaming with my girlfriend. But what I really wanted to talk about in this video is just like kind of me personally. I know this is all over the place, but I promise there's like a through line here. Just stick with me. Um, I'm done being toxic, I guess is the sense. Like, obviously, I'm gonna have bad moments. I'm not saying I'm gonna be perfect from here on out, but I've just put so many toxic expectations on myself, and I think that has led to me being more toxic in real life, right? Because like I'm really hard on myself, right? So like I'm trying to think of an example, right? So like I have anger issues. I don't think it's extreme. Like I'm not destructive. I don't like break things around me. It's just I can get angry really quickly, and maybe that's something I got from my mom because my mom is the same way. Um, but there's so many things that I feel like I'm valid to get upset over, right? Or things happen, and I'm like, It's valid for me to be angry about this. It's valid. Like, this is a totally understandable thing to be angry from. But I'm coming to that age where I'm like, I don't have to be angry, right? Just because something is a valid way for me to get upset doesn't mean that I need to, right? Or just because something like ticks me off at work and like it'd be totally fair for me to take my anger out on someone doesn't mean that I have to, you know? And that goes for like Twitter, like where you guys, like I'm sure for some of you that follow me on Twitter, I'm always arguing with people, right? I always find an excuse to chime in and argue with somebody. And the more that I like lay down at night and lay back in bed and just kind of think about everything, the more I'm like upset at myself for falling into those. I don't want to call them traps, but for lack of a better word, we'll say that, right? Where I have an excuse to be angry, so I just fucking take it, right? And I just not even freak out, but I just get angry over stuff that I don't need to get angry over, you know? And it just all kind of culminated where I was just like, wow, like I think it's time for me to just grow up, right? Because, how would I put it? Like, I moved out not because I was ready. I moved out to prove a point initially, right? With my first apartment. Now that I moved in with my girlfriend, that wasn't to prove a point. That was because I was just genuinely happy and I wanted to build like a life for us together. And I'm really proud of us, right? I'm saying this because I'm being hard on myself, but I'm also really proud of some other things that I've done, right? And some stuff that we've done. Like my life with my girlfriend, with Kara, as you guys know her, I wouldn't trade it for the world, right? I want to be better for her and for the people around me. Because I get myself in these bad states of mind and then it carries over into the real world where I'm like upset for no reason or people want to trust me and like confide in me with some stuff and I like because I'm just such a fucking like idiot like my initial response is to try to make a joke to make light of it or you know add levity to the situation where like I need to take things seriously. Um and I'm done being that person, you know? I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to be perfect. You know, I'm not just gonna have this video come out and have this like awakening and then, you know, for the rest of my life, I'm never gonna be toxic. I'm never gonna have flare-ups. I'm never gonna disappoint people ever again. Like that's just unrealistic to expect. But I want to try like a lot harder, right? And I feel like I have been trying hard, but not hard enough, if that makes sense. And I really want to practice like self control and stuff. Like one of the things I want to do like for the streaming side is I don't want to smoke on stream anymore, man. Even if it's perfectly legal and I'm adult, which is the argument I made before because I used to have these conversations. No one ever really got mad at me for it in my stream, and I stopped doing it on camera. I always did it like off camera to the side. You know, people would say, "Why do you do that?" And I would always be like, "Because it's legal and I'm an adult." Like that was always my excuse, and like I want to be of like if YouTube's gonna work out for me and I make it a career, I want to be professional about it. I don't want to be known as the dude who's constantly moving off screen so he can smoke. I don't want that to be me anymore. Like I want you know like am I saying I'm gonna be like completely sober 100% every time I stream? Like no, but I don't want it to be something I do in the middle of the stream unless it's like you know a drinking stream where we do shots or something like that on stream. Like I know that's been fun, but those streams like I clearly mark like 21 and up like. Um, you know, no kids. This is a drinking stream, you know, or I'll hype it up for a while. Um, and I just don't want to be like a victim to like my own anger, if that makes sense. You know, this is going to go really off track, but you know, um, for the Epstein files, right? Like one of the things that was revealed in there was that, you know, a bunch of these rich and powerful people, they were laughing and making jokes about how they were starting culture wars and getting people to hate each other while they were playing both sides of it, you know? And like they'd rev up certain content on 4chan while they'd also ramp up certain content on Tumblr intentionally to try and make these people like hate each other and fight each other. And I've been a victim to that, you know, like where certain people believe something and I'm just like, Jesus, how could you think something like that? And I immediately just resort to anger and like want to not like actually fight and like fist fight, but just I have a reaction, right? This video is all over the place. I know it is, but this is like I just wanted this to be as honest and from the heart as it could be. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I want to be better. For the people around me and for the people I interact with and for you guys as well on the YouTube side of things. Um, Man, this is just kind of all over the place, but that leads me into an announcement of sorts, right? So I talked about it at the start of the video. It's in the title. I will be starting a new YouTube channel. So I'm not giving up on this one. This will still be my primary channel with content. I will be pumping out content on this channel as normally as I usually would. But I kind of want to restart on another channel to talk about some things I really do love. So as you guys may know, for my shorts recently, I've been posting movie reviews, or I've been doing like really short, like minute and a half long reviews, and I've been loving it. You guys know I love film. I love movies in general. I love TV shows. I love all this kind of content. And I love talking about it. But this has always just been purely gaming on this channel, right? So I'm gonna be starting a new channel called Ray Talks Movies. And it's literally just gonna be movie reviews and me talking about film. And I'm not gonna be under the influence for any of those kinds of videos. I just want to talk about movies and stuff like that. And it's going to be a lot more professional than this channel. Where this channel, this is me, this is me being crazy, me having fun. But my movie channel, I just want it to be just a chill place to talk about movies. And it's just something I really want. I don't know the specifics of the channel, how I'm going to like act on it, but I just want to, I don't want to do a crazy shift on my channel where I'm just doing all this gaming and then occasionally post a movie review. Like, no, I think I'll just do a channel where it might be one video a week, maybe two, you never know. But I want to post videos and about movies and talk about that kind of stuff. And maybe, my girlfriend and I talked about starting a podcast on that. And, who knows? That's something we talked about years ago. I don't know if that's going to be set in stone, but that's, something I want to do. And I guess the main point of this video is I just want to take my life more seriously. I think what happened with me was I loved so much of my like later teen years. I had so much fun after high school in those first like year or two where I was like, I'm still a kid, man. I'm just gonna play video games all day, like hang out with my boys. I don't have any more of the boys. I moved out of Cincinnati. I legitimately have like two people here I'd call my friend outside of my girlfriend, right? I just want to enjoy my life a lot more, and I want to be as less toxic as I could be. I don't sorry, I'm stuttering. This is like all over the place, and who knows, I might get clowned on in the comments for this video. But a good example, I guess, is when I made my recent Dr. Disrespect video, right? When I made my last one before that, I really just responded to a bunch of comments all the time, and I constantly did. And this time I didn't do any. And I was like, holy shit, I'm so much more happier not responding to like hate comments and fucking arguing with people. So yeah, I want to start a movie channel, and I want to take myself a lot more seriously and take my life a lot more seriously, I guess. And yeah, I know this video was kind of all over the place, but it was something I felt like I really wanted to put out and something I needed to put out. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys did. I hope you guys kind of understood where I was coming from. And I mean, if you guys want to vent and be open about changes in your life in the comments, feel free. But that's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And once the movie channel is up, I will make a separate video and announce that. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. This is Austin, and I'm out. Peace, guys.